Hi everyone! This video is going to be about the Axopar 29 range. It is the range that's the most modular of the Axopars, and I can't think of any boat that's as modular and multifunctional as this boat, the Axopar 29. It was launched back in 2024, and we are now looking at the model year 2026 boats. So I want to show you the similarities and the differences of all the boats that we have in the 29 range, and I want to show you especially the new features that we launched now 2026. So here behind me I have the 29 Suntop, and we can start by having a look on that one. The 29 Suntop is very popular for its social spaces. All the 29s has the social bow. You've seen that probably in earlier videos, but we can have a look at that one also. But on the Suntop, you can also have this huge U-sofa here in the back. So it's got a big table and it's got a huge sofa that can fit 6 people. And then you can also have these seats at the helm can be turned like they are now. And you can have even more space for sitting here. So it's just great for a day out, on a sunny day out on the sea. But this U-sofa here can also be transformed into a sunbed. So you just drop down the table, you have a sunbed, and you can flip all these backrests so that they can go, you can take them off, or then you can put them in different locations so that it's gonna be a reversed U-sofa facing backwards, or a reversed sunbed facing backwards, and so on. But as you know, the Axopars are modular, and I already mentioned that. So of course you can change this into an aft cabin, a multi-storage, just an aft seat or a row of seats. You can have an aft deck bench, and many options like this. One thing that you can get on all the Axopar 29s is the fender box wet bar. So it's just a handy little wet bar down here. It's got a sink, which is good, but the best thing about it, at least in my opinion, is the big fridge that it comes with. So it's just a big space for putting a lot of drinks or whatever food you need to. Yeah, this boat, the particular boat we have right here, is specified with the Mediterranean edition. The Mediterranean edition is something you can get for all the 29s and all the Axopars in our Axopar range. What it means is basically it's not only upholstery, but the boat will have the upholstery that you see here, but it will also have a lot of panels in different colors all around the boat. You know, the whole feeling of the boat we try to change with this, and it's especially noticeable in the cabin version of the boats. Then I think we can move on to the cross cabin that we have behind me here. So one thing I want to mention now that we're standing here at the 29 cross cabin is the model year 26 change, that is the Brabus Performance line, which brings us the double V8 250 horsepower engines. So that one you can get on the Suntop, the cross cabin, and the CCX, so the complete range. What it does, what the Brabus Performance line does, is it gives you these V8 engines, which of course will give you a lot of performance. It also comes with a nice sticker and hull wrap package, small details here and there that gives you a nice clue of the Brabus elements. And it also gives you a nice Brabus steering wheel and these kind of small details here and there, and I'll show you more about them when we get inside. But what you can get then when you go for the V8 engines, then you have also the opportunity to upgrade your boat to include JPO, so joystick piloting, because that wasn't available in the V6 engines from Mercury. But now with the V8s you can have JPO if you wish to. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the cross cabin. The Axopar 29, and especially the cross cabin, has also won the triple awards. So we have the European Power Boat of the Year 2025, we have the Motorboat Awards 2025, and we have the Yacht Style Awards 2025 as well. Come here and let me show you the inside of the cross cabin. So we're here inside the Axopar 29 cross cabin of model year 26 now, and I want to show you a few details that's changed since the beginning of this, since the launch of this boat. So have a look at this here. You might have seen this already if you've been on a boat show or anything, but we now have the optional table folded down here underneath. So just as we've had in many boats before the 29, we now have a table that you can just put up here inside the cabin. Very nice for turning the seats here, and you will have a seating around the table for four or five people. So one thing that we've added into the boat over the year is this footrest for the aft seat. So you now have a foldable footrest here that's really sturdy and can support the weight of many people, and it's just really great for everyone sitting in the back seat. It gives you that comfort of having somewhere to place your feet if it gets chumpy. Another feature that we've added in the boat for model year 26, this was also, let's say, a wish from the customers, to have an openable window in the aft cabin. And I'm just gonna go down there and show you. Maybe you come around from the outside. So it's just this small hatch right over here, but it's just enough to get you that breeze of fresh air in here when you're sleeping. And it's the small things that makes the difference. And you can also, of course, get a mosquito net into this hatch. All right. Regarding the performance line, here you can see a few features that comes with the Brabus performance line. So you will get the wrapping on the roof that you have right here. You will have these small clues here and there with the nice Brabus signs. And in the bow of the boat, on the hull, you will have the Brabus hull wrap that's gonna give it away that it's a performance line boat. All right, and now let's go and have a look on the 29 CCX, the last one of the range. All right, so the 29 CCX, the last one in the range. This boat is a little bit special compared to the other ones. It's got raised bulwarks. So as you can see, you no longer have handrails on the sides, but instead they are here underneath or inside the bulwark. Because this boat is a center console, it's our take on a center console. We made it so that it can really tackle the hard, harsh offshore waters. And that's why we raised the bulwarks a little bit. And what else changing in the CCX compared to Suntop and Cross cabin? Well, there's a 600-liter fuel tank in this one, instead of the 400 that you see in the Suntop and Cross cabin. And that's gonna give you quite a few nautical miles actually, more range if needed. The CCX is Axopar's take on the center console, so I want to show you a little bit more what I mean with that. Here you see the console in the center. You have a big roof for the console. We kept the negative windshield of the cross cabin that you can see here, and we brought the windows all the way back to the line of the helm here. So it's a really sheltered position to be driving around here in this boat. So it kind of feels like an enclosed cabin, but then it's an open boat. And to get that breeze on the warm summer days, we made a really nice hatch in the bow here, or in the roof here, that you can just go ahead and pop up like this to get the airflow in if it's a warm day. But it's not just a fishing boat. As you saw on the 29 Suntop, you saw the big U sofa, the social one. You can have exactly the same modules on this CCX that you can have on the Suntop and the cross cabin. So on the aft deck area, you can place an aft cabin, and the aft cabin is gonna then be with a sunbed on top and with 4 seats in the front. So you can go with the aft cabin, you can have the multi-storage, you can have the aft deck bench, you can have the aft U sofa as I showed you on the Suntop. So in that sense, it's a really great boat for many purposes. It's a sturdy boat with a big fuel tank. It's great for fishing, but it's also a really social boat if you want to have that kind of configuration. But right now we are standing on a fishing version of the boat. So what we have here in front of us is the tackle station and main bait well. So right here is a big saltwater tank. So you can just easily fill this up with salt water. You would start the pumps from right here. Let's actually see if maybe it's on. All right, there we go. So you just fill it up with salt water to have it as a bait well for your baits. Next to this one, we have a sink with a cutting board. And underneath you will then have your tackle storage. Right now it's quite empty, but you have some line, and you can place your tackle boxes on the shelves right here. And here you have the hose for the deck wash. Let's show that one as well while we're at it. So I'm just gonna take these ones out. You can obviously store this wherever you want to. But it's so easy to use, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you. It's the wrong one. But right over here on the tackle station, you have your deck wash down. You just screw this on here, turn the pump of the deck wash on, and now you have a saltwater gun. I don't want to spray down the Brabus next to us here, but you get my point. And that's then, well, you can use it for anything, but mainly for getting the, if you have a lot of blood or anything from fishing on the deck, you can just spray down the deck easily. In the aft of this boat, we have the foldable aft leaning post, as we call it. It's a leaning post because you would lean against it while fishing, but it also works as a bench for, I guess, 2-3 persons. And the nice thing about it that it's not only a bench and a leaning post, it also comes with the aft deck gates. And you can tilt it. So you would just, when you want to lift up the engines in the end of the day, you just tilt this whole module forwards like this, and it's then gonna allow you to lift up the engines. Because this is a fishing boat we're looking at right now, it also has a live well here in the fender box. So there's another live well right here, and just the same way you can just turn on the pumps and fill this one with water. But as I showed you on the sun top and the cross cabin, you can also spec this one with just a wet bar, refrigerator and sink. What we changed on this boat from model year 26 is small things, but they are important things. So the engines and the performance line I already talked about, but this is a nice feature. We added rail lights into the rails. So the rails that go all around the boat are now including rail lights, so it's gonna look really cozy and nice in the evenings. One of the most important small things that we did for model year 26 on the 29 range is actually the port lights for the multi-cabin. So come on, let's have a look. It's just these small port lights here on both sides of the cabin, but it's all that it takes, and they make a huge difference, especially if you're going to sleep down there. I'm going to show you what it looks like from inside. So right now I can see that the multi-cabin is set as a sleeping area. I'm gonna just jump down, you can follow. shoes off, please. So here we have the port lights, one on each side as mentioned. You can just easily go ahead and open them up for that extra ventilation. And you will also have mosquito nets to put inside here. I hope you are familiar with the multi-cabin concept by now, but if you aren't, I'm gonna just go ahead and show it to you quickly. So this area, this cabin here, it looks exactly the same on all the boats in the 29 range. But anyway, underneath here, you have this staircase. So you would just put it here, and now it's instead an open floor with stairs down here. And under the lid here, you will have your toilet. And behind the wall, you will have your sink. And yeah, that's the multi-cabin. Alright, and that was the model year 26 from the Axopar 29 range. I just wanted to end this video by sitting here in the bow of the 29 CCX. The bow is, as you know, similar on all the 29s, but it's just something that you need to mention in a video like this, because just look at the space here. I'm sitting here alone, but it's a really social area. You can have 4 people around here easily, and then you can have 2 more people on the sofa that we have here, right on the multi-cabin hatch. You can, of course, you can just drop down this table. You can make that nice sunbed here. So it's a multifunctional area as well, just as the rest of the boat. I hope this video was informative and you got some new information from it. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to the global network of dealers that we have, or then you can just go into axopar.com, our homepage, and have a look, because we have a lot of pictures and we have all the configurations there as well online, so you can just browse it through and have a look there. So yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next one, I guess. Bye bye.